Pengetahuan sebetulnya sangat penting dalam tinju kerana semua petarung takut aneh kedengarannya bagi yang menonton. Sekarang, ketakutan itu seperti api. Jika kau membiarkannya lepas kendali, itu akan menghancurkanmu dan segala sesuatu di sekitarmu. Jika kau berhasil mengendalikannya, kau bisa membuatnya bekerja untukmu.
Ketika kita menengok sejarah tinju, ada satu nama yang masih bergema seperti halilintar. Seorang pria yang kehadirannya saja bisa mengguncang arena. Mereka menyebutnya the baddest man on the planet.
Aku akan cabut jantungnya. Aku yang terbaik. Aku juara paling brutal, kejam dan tak kenal ampun.
Dengan kecepatan menyilaukan, kekuatan mengerikan, dan amarah mentah tanpa filter, ia mengubah arti sebenarnya dari kelas berat. Pada tahun 1986, di usia hanya 20 tahun, ia menjadi juara dunia termuda dalam sejarah. Dialah Iron Mike Tyson. Dan malam ini kita menghidupkan kembali badainya. Setiap KO kejam dan tak terlupakan. Dari legenda yang selamanya mengubah dunia tinju. Daftar KO kita dimulai dengan pertarungan melawan legenda lain, Michael Spinks, pada 27 Juni 1988. Pada tahun 1988, Spinks juga datang sebagai petinju tak terkalahkan. Pertarungan ini adalah acara utama malam itu, memperebutkan gelar juara dunia absolut kelas berat. Di tengah ronde pertama, Tyson melepaskan uppercut kiri ke dagu, lalu menghantam tubuh dengan hook kanan. Spinks jatuh berlutut. Begitu pertarungan dilanjutkan, Tyson kembali menjatuhkannya dengan uppercut kanan ke kepala.
Here we see Tyson as usual going to the body. A great uppercut that sent Mike.
Wasit menghitung sampai 10 dan menghentikan pertarungan.
Hey, he's not going to make it. It's all over.
Di laga ini, Tyson mencetak rekor. Ia menerima bayaran terbesar dalam sejarah tinju saat itu, $22 juta, sedangkan Spinks mendapat 13,5. Akhirnya pada 22 November 1986, terjadilah pertarungan yang ditunggu-tunggu melawan Trevor Berbick untuk gelar juara dunia. Pada usia 20 tahun, Iron Mike menulis sejarah dengan mengalahkannya di ronde kedua. Menjadi juara kelas berat termuda sepanjang masa.
WBC heavyweight champion of the world, and he's a youngster named Mike Tyson who can reign for a long, long time. Most people in boxing say he should be able to get up from this. His legs may be shut. They are. As Trevor Berbick falls back in the rope, I don't know if he's going to be able to continue. He's got the heart, but his body won't let him do what his mind wants to. And he's counted out.
Pada 22 Januari 1988, Tyson menghadapi Larry Holmes dalam laga legendaris. Ada cerita menarik di balik pertarungan ini, akan kita bahas nanti. Tapi untuk sekarang, ringkasannya jelas. Di pertengahan ronde keempat, Tyson menjatuhkannya dengan kombinasi 1-2, lalu menyelesaikan Holmes yang masih linglung dengan presisi mematikan.
The end of a great career is up. Larry Holmes' legs are jelly. There's lightning in the fist. Big right hand, followed up into the eyes. There he gets nailed with the left hand, the right hand, digs to the body, goes to draw right hand, gets clipped with a big right hand.
Mike Tyson.
Pada 25 Februari 1989, di ronde ke-6, Iron Mike mengeksekusi kombinasi khasnya, pukulan ke tubuh dan ke kepala, yang membuat Bruno goyah. Tyson menutup laga dengan pukulan ganda yang tak bisa ditahan.
Right hand by Tyson landed flush on the jaw. Bruno in trouble again. Solid left hook inside. And an uppercut with the right. And Bruno is with the right. And Bruno is out.
Oh, it's just a matter of
This
time
is
here.
vicious punishment.
That's that shot. That's that Bolo shot.
And
Beautiful.
decided he had seen enough. And at this moment, Terry Lawless, the manager of Frank Bruno, was running along the ring apron with a towel in hand, asking Steele to stop it.
It's a
Heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
Pada 18 Maret 1991, Tyson menghadapi Donovan Ruddock, salah satu kelas berat terkuat saat itu. Semua orang berharap pertarungan sengit, dan Ruddock benar-benar mengejar Tyson ke seluruh ring. Namun ia tetap jatuh 2 kali, di ronde kedua dan ketiga.
Mike Tyson. Down goes Ruddock.
Good shots. He just doesn't quite get there.
There's a left by Ruddock. A left by Tyson, and down goes Ruddock.
Let's take a look at that. Just when Ruddock thought he was on pay dirt, landing good punches, in comes a counter punch. What a tremendous shot.
Hey, you okay? Come to me.
And the crowd groans that body shot.
Di ronde ketujuh, Tyson menghantamnya dengan hook kiri ke rahang, membuatnya terhuyung dan bersandar di tali ring.
Now the right combination.
Wasit Richard Steele menilai itu sudah cukup, dan secara mengejutkan menghentikan pertarungan.
That's gonna be ugly now. That was two.
TKO Mighty Mike Tyson.
Kita sampai pada KO ke-41 melawan petinju Afrika Selatan Francois Botha pada 16 Januari 1999. Botha kuat dan tidak ingin kalah mudah, dan ia membuktikannya.
Fran's both the tactics, and if this pace is fast, which Mike knows no other way, I want to see. I just had a little deja vu called Bone Crusher.
Botha certainly doesn't look afraid. He's standing
Or adding pressure to his arm.
He heard it didn't true.
Beberapa kali ia bahkan berdiri melawan Tyson dan membalas serangan. Namun satu hal tidak bisa diambil dari Iron Mike, kekuatannya yang luar biasa. Sekali lagi, itulah yang menentukan.
It's not necessarily respectable. Not the strategy both have said.
Botha throwing, and then watch both hands when he gets in close and holds him. Now watch what he does with close and holds him. Now watch what he does with.
But Mike's got a fire.
Oh, good right hand by Francois Botha.
Di akhir ronde kelima, Tyson melepaskan straight kanan yang buas, menutup laga sepenuhnya.
Covers.
Hands
Can't get off punches.
a beautiful right hand. Down goes Botha.
Sees. Mike steps into him, bang. He turned his whole body, his hip, his legs. That man got hit with 200.
Both are stumbling around. 8, 9. Can he make it? It's over. It's over. Mike Tyson has returned.
Pada 7 September 1996, di tengah ronde pertama, Sheldon sudah terjatuh oleh hook kiri Tyson. Tak lama kemudian, straight kanan Tyson kembali mengguncangnya.
Mike always has his hands high, springing, trying to come down under. He hits him on the top of the head. He hits him just...
Sheldon bangkit, tapi sesaat kemudian ia jatuh lagi oleh pukulan kiri ke tubuh.
He had a nice long rest there, but he has felt.
Back comes Sheldon. And
Right now Mike's coming in, he senses the kill. There's the left hook. Bruce goes back to the ropes and down. The crowd is booing.
down on his stomach.
Steve, there are two unalterable truths in boxing. If you have a great cheat,
Kemenangan mudah untuk Mike.
you can always punch. And that's...
KO dalam pertarungan gelar melawan Frank Bruno terjadi pada 16 Maret 1996. Dari detik-detik awal, Tyson mendaratkan pukulan kanan keras ke kepala Bruno. Bruno langsung memeluk Tyson setiap kesempatan, berusaha menahan serangan. Dan itu saja yang membuatnya bertahan sampai akhir ronde.
He's learned to hold on, which he did with McCall.
That's the first one he felt the steam.
Nice effort.
And anytime, here comes Tyson. Tyson with a combination.
Here you see where Tyson wobbles him with a big right hand. Right on the button. Big early. You can't fix a chin. That was never great to begin with.
A left hook by Tyson. But Bruno comes forward.
Iron Mike tampil jauh lebih baik dibanding sebelum dipenjara.
In the last round, you see Mike rocking counter with a nice right hand. Then here comes the hook. Didn't land clean, but there's more behind that. Mike doing nice, but Mills Lane is a heavyweight referee in stature.
Time.
He's taking a point away from Bruno for the continuous holding.
Di ronde ketiga, Tyson melepaskan kombinasi 13 pukulan, membuat wasit menghentikan pertarungan lebih awal.
He said he's not looking for the Tyson who fought McNeely and Mathis. Here's a combination uppercut by Tyson. Tyson laying it on, pouring it on. Down goes Bruno.
Took care of business, ducked under, a shot under the arm in the legs, and from here on out, a rain of punches which buckled Frank Bruno until he was helpless.
If you let Mike Tyson get that kind of leverage with...
It is all over. It is all over here in round 3. Mike Tyson is
WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
KO terakhir dalam karir Iron Mike terjadi pada 26 Februari 2003 melawan Clifford Etienne. Tak perlu komentar, semuanya selesai dalam hitungan detik.
Tyson looking to end this on one danger. Oh, there it is, right hand to the head at 18. 6, 7, 8. No way, he's getting up. It's over, and he's held up by Tyson.
Pada 8 Desember 1990, di awal ronde pertama, Tyson menjatuhkan Stewart dengan hook kanan ke kepala.
Try to keep Tyson occupied. If he stops throwing, he'll be dead. Tyson lands a right and another. 3 knockdowns. You look at Tyson moving in with...
Stewart bangkit pada hitungan 5, tapi 1 menit kemudian pukulan Tyson ke rahang kembali menjatuhkannya.
A good right hand that hurt Stewart again, but Stewart is still...
That was a another look at knockdown number 2. And you can see that the right hand simply glanced off the top of Stewart's head.
Stewart bangkit lagi pada hitungan 10, mengejutkan wasit yang membiarkan pertarungan lanjut. Namun tak lama kemudian, hook kanan Tyson kembali menjatuhkannya.
Quick throwing punches. You can see how wobbly his legs are.
Something or else it's just a question of a few seconds.
That'll do it. 3 knockdown rule. Another look at the 3rd knockdown. Solid left to the side of the head, but by that time it was the accumulation.
Dan kali ini Stewart tak mencoba bangkit. KO bersih untuk Mike.
That knockdown put Alex down. That knockdown occurred within the first 10 seconds of the round.
Pertarungan berlangsung pada 17 Agustus 1986.
Right hand again, but the ball by Mike Tyson is invited. And there was an upper...
Di ronde ke-10, para penonton mulai meneriakkan nama Jose Ribalta untuk memberi dukungan. Jelas itu membuat Tyson tidak senang.
Here's a big right hand, and Ribalta is about to go. This is all instinct. And another big right hand, back to the body.
Ia langsung membungkam mereka dengan hook kiri.
There is no spring, and there's a smashing left hand, and wisely...
Setelah itu, Tyson hanya perlu menyelesaikan pekerjaannya, dan ia melakukannya dengan mudah.
Oh, what a shot, and Ribalta's down. Let's take another look, Ray, at the end of it all. Big left hand there. That put Ribalta down. Yeah, hell yeah. That's a fighter.
Pada 21 Juli 1989, pertarungan ini hanya berlangsung 93 detik.
This is sort of a reunion here. Punches, in fact, hands here. That's the fight.
Di tengah ronde pertama, Tyson menghindari jab panjang Williams dan membalas dengan hook kiri yang menjatuhkannya.
I'm sure
That's where the power comes from.
the reason people fear Mike Tyson because he's one of the few, if not the only man, that can knock you out in the heavyweight division with one punch.
Williams bangkit, tapi wasit menghentikan pertarungan. Pada November 1987, dua petinju tak terkalahkan bertemu. Juara dunia absolut Mike Tyson dan juara Olimpiade Tyrell Biggs. Tyson mendominasi penuh, menghajar wajah dan tubuh Biggs tanpa henti.
Get off the ropes again because his hands are down. Biggs is starting to become a stationary target, which is wrong. Right hand. And the way that Biggs is moving, right hand does the most damage. There was a big right.
Di ronde ketiga, jelas bahwa Tyson bisa meng-KO Biggs kapan saja. Tapi ia memilih menunda, menikmati setiap detiknya.
And another big left hand and Biggs is hurt. That's something you pointed out before the fight. And now it's Tyson just hammering.
From Tyrell Biggs now. Start throwing some uppercuts.
He took a big left hand there. And of what he said he was going to do. Huge left hand there by Tyson.
To break that rhythm and stop the momentum. Good body shot by Mike.
Biggs holding on a great deal now. There was a right hand. And another.
Biggs, you have to say.
A long way, all the way back to amateur days. Another left hand, and there's a great shot. Biggs.
Di ronde ketujuh, Tyson akhirnya menjatuhkannya dengan hook kiri.
Oh, that punch.
That was a tremendous left hand.
Look at the right hand of.
Setelah pertarungan, Tyson berkata, "Aku bisa mengalahkannya di ronde ketiga. Aku ingin dia mengingat pukulanku." Dan malam ini,
This is it.
He is gone right now. He has no legs at all. And 10 seconds to go in a round. There's a left hand. He's down again. It's over.
pada 30 Mei 1987, setelah serangkaian kemenangan, Tyson menantang Pinklon Thomas untuk gelar WBC dan WBO. Ia berhasil menghabisi Thomas secara brutal di ronde ke-6.
And a big left hand right on the jaw of Pinklon Thomas. Thomas is in all kinds of trouble.
I'm expecting to see a lot of guys tie up Mike Tyson.
And a left hand, and that's staggered. And a right hand behind it. Thomas in trouble again. And now Tyson moves in for the kill. 2 uppercuts and a left hand. Thomas trying to hold on. Serious trouble, and down he goes. Now let's take a look at the knockdown. You know, we talk about finishers, and I've always said you were a great finisher. Well, here's a guy who doesn't have to take a back seat.
Well, he levels his punches. I mean, he gets so much leverage behind each punch. Mike Tyson can... 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's over. It is over.
Champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
Pada 21 Maret 1988, Tyson mempertahankan gelar juara dunia absolut melawan mantan juara WBA, Tony Tobbs. Ini adalah pertarungan pertama Tyson di luar Amerika, berlangsung di stadion terbuka di Jepang.
And you can begin to see the startling hand quickness that Tubbs brings. Startling partially because
Tubbs bertahan dengan baik di ronde pertama. Tetapi menjelang akhir ronde kedua, Tyson melepaskan hook kiri yang membuatnya goyah dan jatuh. Ia tidak bisa bangkit sebelum hitungan selesai.
Успев встать до окончания счета.
Another punch hurt.
Tubbs is hurt. Tubbs is hurt badly.
Well, Tyson now starting to find his range. That left hook there pretty much spoke for itself. It's self-explanatory because it was a short and powerful left hook that put Tony Tubbs down.
And it's over.
Odell Hadley has jumped in the ring. The fight.
KO ke-23 Tyson terjadi pada 26 Juli 1986 melawan putra Joe Frazier, Marvis Frazier. Di pertarungan ini, pertanyaannya bukan apakah Tyson akan meng-KO lawannya, tetapi kapan. Jawabannya dalam ronde pertama dengan cara yang sangat brutal. Itu menjadi KO tercepat dalam karier Mike, 38 detik.
We're going to be out of here very, very quickly. Uppercut, and Marvis is hurt.
Frazier is down. Joe, watch his hand come up. Watch him come down. As soon as he come down, boom. Look at that. Watch him come down. I knew he would come down.
Get ready to say boom again, Michael.
Boom. Look, and now look. Boom, come on. Boom, again. I'm going to hit him one more time. I like to hit him. What can I say?
Pada 16 Februari 1986, Mike Tyson menjalani pertarungan serius pertamanya melawan petinju kuat bernama Jesse Ferguson. Laga ini seharusnya menunjukkan kepada dunia seberapa hebat anak muda ini.
Ferguson landed one good left.
Di ronde kelima, Tyson menyudutkan lawannya dan melepaskan kombinasi yang kelak menjadi ciri khasnya. Pukulan ke tubuh lalu pukulan ke kepala.
From very close quarters, the obvious punch right here is the uppercut. He turns around, digs right to the body, and then comes straight up with the right uppercut. Tyson has a tendency to turn left-handed.
Tyson terus menghajar Ferguson dan wasit hampir menghentikan pertarungan.
Rivera almost stopped it there. Mike Tyson's known as a great finisher. Let's see how he does with Ferguson.
Ferguson gamely hanging in.
Lawan yang putus asa mencoba menyelamatkan diri dengan merangkul Tyson, memegang lengannya, dan akhirnya ia didiskualifikasi.
Tyson's making a mistake by letting himself get this close to Ferguson. He must maintain a little bit of distance so that he's going to take a point. He's disqualifying him.
Pada 19 Agustus 1995, setelah 4 tahun absen karena dipenjara, Iron Mike kembali menghadapi petinju nekat Peter McNeely. McNeely langsung menerjang di detik pertama dan langsung membayar harganya. Tyson menangkapnya dengan hook kanan yang tepat.
And McNeely, as advertised, comes right at Mike Tyson.
And then the way he's punching, that right hand right there got him. And so he gets off balance, he goes down. He doesn't go down.
McNeely entah kenapa bangkit dan mulai berlari mengitari ring sehingga pertarungan berlanjut.
Seconds into the fight, McNeely on the canvas.
Di pertengahan ronde, Tyson menyerang lagi dan uppercut kanan menjatuhkannya sekali lagi.
Mills lanes and stop that nonsense because they were starting to butt heads. Oh.
Tyson with a left hook, a right uppercut, down goes McNeely again.
But inside he starts to dig a few shots, and Mike's a little off balance, his timing's a little off. Right here you'll see a nice right uppercut, bang! That's the one that puts him down. Yeah, he's hurt this time, Steve. He's very hurt. He can barely stand up.
Pertarungan ini menghasilkan hampir $100 juta di seluruh dunia. Dan McNeely menjadi petinju ke-6 yang kalah dari Tyson bukan melalui KO, tetapi diskualifikasi. Pertarungan terjadi pada 16 Desember 1995. Tyson menghadapi Buster Mathis Jr.
We are through with round one, and it was Tyson now connecting with the left jab and coming with the right. Tyson misses again with the left. From the southpaw stand. And he comes with the right. Oh, and there is a nice right uppercut. And then Tyson counters himself. Now exchanging blows.
Yang saat itu belum terkalahkan. Mike menyelesaikan laga ini di ronde ketiga dengan uppercut kanan yang membuat Mathis terkapar.
Swing around on your opponent's side and then crack. Oh, he got a right uppercut. Another right uppercut. And down goes Mathis.
And ripped that uppercut to where Mathis was ducking right into it.
9, 10.
Penghancuran Julius Francis berlangsung pada 29 Januari 2000. Francis jatuh 5 kali sepanjang laga, dan kejatuhan terakhir membuat wasit menghentikan pertarungan.
He could be in trouble right here. He's stunned and down he goes.
Which missed.
Looking to end it here at the end of the round. Again, he staggers Francis. Tough body shot. Francis is down.
Fakta menarik, penonton begitu yakin Tyson akan menang, sehingga sebuah koran Inggris membayar Francis untuk memasang iklan di telapak sepatunya agar terlihat saat ia terjatuh.
He's been down 3 times. How much more punishment? There's a left uppercut.
Number 2, Mike knows he's got in trouble. He's going to head in. Makes a beautiful adjustment. Right hand to the body and left body before the left uppercut to the chin.
Down for the 4th time. He gets up. If anything, he's showing that he's got guts. Goes down for a 5th time, and that's it. It's waved off. It's all over here in round 2.
Pertarungan penuh skandal antara Tyson dan Lou Savarese terjadi pada 24 Juni 2000. Di awal ronde pertama, Tyson menjatuhkannya dengan pukulan lompat khasnya.
20 of his 41 knockouts in the first round, and here we go.
First minute will be very telling. Savarese has to get some respect because Mike's only got one speed.
Savarese bangkit seketika, dan Tyson langsung menyerbu untuk menuntaskan laga.
In second, Savarese is down on the canvas.
I told you.
Wasit John Coyle berusaha memisahkan mereka untuk menghentikan pemukulan itu, tetapi Tyson kehilangan kendali. Ia terus memukul, tak peduli siapapun, bahkan membuat wasit tersungkur berlutut. Coyle bangkit lagi dan memaksa menghentikan pertarungan.
Has John Coyle stopped the fight or what? He's waving his hands as if to say the fight. Yes, he's waving his hands as if to say the fight. Yes, it's over. It's over.
Benar-benar pertarungan yang kacau.
The winner, Iron Mike Tyson.
Pada 11 Juli 1986, Lorenzo Boyd, penuh percaya diri, mencoba melawan Tyson dengan gaya agresif. Namun di ronde kedua, kombinasi Tyson ke tubuh lalu ke kepala membuat Boyd tersungkur tanpa bisa bangkit.
Oklahoma State. Right now he backs off from a sharp right uppercut to the body by Tyson. Again, a double right hand to the body. And here it comes.
It was a hard left hand. He didn't get full extension on it. Then, right hand to the body, just like that, upstairs with the right uppercut. Good night.
KO ke-25 terjadi pada 6 September 1986. Radcliffe adalah mantan juara dunia, tetapi peluangnya kecil.
There was a right hand by Tyson. Nice momentum. You asked for problems. A left and a right behind it.
Di ronde kedua, Tyson menunggu momen sempurna dan melepaskan hook kiri mematikan.
Let's take a look and see how Tyson very professionally.
Radcliffe sempat bangkit, tapi Tyson langsung meloncat untuk menghabisinya. Radcliffe mencoba menyelamatkan diri dengan clinch, namun setelah dipisahkan wasit, Tyson seperti predator menyelesaikan mangsanya.
Right hand, that should be just about it. Davey Pearl looking very closely. And that's all. It's over. Guys are going to try to run from him. But as they said about Joe Louis, you can run, but you can't hide. Well, Alfonso Ratliff won the press conference the other day. The bicycle had a flat tire. Left hook. Test, and he won the stare down. Only one problem. Here's the official decision now from Chuck Hull.
Pada 10 Maret 1986, kita menyaksikan sebuah pembantaian yang bertahan hingga ronde ketiga. Akhirnya Tyson melepaskan salah satu pukulan khasnya, hook kiri dalam lompatan, dan Zuski jatuh dari posisi tegak ke posisi datar seketika.
10, and this one's over. Arthur McKenny says...
Pertarungan terjadi pada 13 Juni 1986. Sejak awal terlihat jelas bahwa Gross ketakutan. Ia hanya mendaratkan satu pukulan lalu lari ke belakang. Namun di salah satu momen, ia melepaskan kombinasi besar dan sempat mengenai Tyson sedikit. Tapi kejayaannya singkat. Tyson menunggu, menghitung, dan saat momen datang, ia menjatuhkannya dengan pukulan khasnya. Setelah itu, sisanya hanya soal eksekusi. Pertarungan berlangsung pada 22 November 1985. Di ronde kedua, Iron Mike melihat celah di pertahanan lawan dan menghantamnya dengan hook kiri yang kuat, menjatuhkannya seketika.
Nelson, who was in deep trouble, is in deeper trouble as the left hook, which is far...
Hanya seminggu setelah laga sebelumnya, Tyson naik ring melawan Eddie Richardson pada 13 November 1985 yang juga unggul tinggi. Namun pukulan pertama Tyson langsung menjatuhkannya.
Right hand by Tyson. It's the first punch thrown in the fight. There you see Eddie Richardson. Wow, it just turned his head around.
Semua langsung tahu bahwa akhir sudah dekat.
What took him so long? Much disbelief as we are. Eddie Richardson.
Dan benar, Tyson melepaskan hook kiri lompat khasnya. Pertarungan selesai.
Tyson, a fellow for whom everybody predicts a great future. If they can find some fights for him.
And now the knockout. A left hook. A la Frazier, and down goes Richardson, and you know he throws it.
Absolutely carried him through the air.
Kemenangan ke-11 dan KO ke-11 datang pada 1 November 1985 melawan Sterling Benjamin. Knockdown pertama terjadi dalam 3 menit awal lewat hook kiri Tyson.
10 wins, 7 inside round 1. Did I say 7?
Wants anything to do with him. I mean, no fighter wants to get run over by a truck.
Sterling Benjamin just beats the count on the...
Setelah itu, Tyson menghujani lawannya dengan 12 pukulan tanpa balasan dan pukulan terakhir tepat ke tubuh.
Anybody can take. That is the limit of Sterling. Benjamin was just about to step in anyway.
KO ke-10 Tyson terjadi pada 25 Oktober 1985 melawan Robert Coley. Sejak awal, Coley mencoba menjaga jarak dengan jab. Tapi kecepatan Tyson yang gila membuatnya tak punya peluang. KO brutal.
Left hook, good night. There's a mandatory 8. They keep wheeling him out. He keeps knocking him over. And this is how he did it. Measured him up. Missed with that, not with that. And really...
KO keempat terjadi pada 20 Juni 1985 dalam pertarungan 6 ronde melawan Ricardo Spain yang mencoba segala cara untuk menghindari sang monster muda. Namun hook kiri Tyson menentukan hasil dan bukan untuk Spain.
The last one, Don Help in his brief pro career hit like a steam hammer. 4 rounds this time. Wow. Brother. The little boy, that was quick. Boy, that was fast. Boy, that was hard. The eyes are the giveaway. Oh, left. The legs have gone. This is all over. Really stand and take notice. The left hook, the power was astonishing. The legs just went, I don't believe it. That's well inside a minute. Spain can't believe it. Tyson is signifying evil intent in the heavyweight division and in front of this audience in Atlantic City.
Pada 23 Mei 1985, dalam 1 menit pertama ronde pertama, Tyson menjatuhkan Halpin dengan kombinasi ganas. Halpin bangkit, tetapi ternyata ia seharusnya tidak melakukannya.
Good right hand, Halpin down. The camera had the most perfect view of that. Only difference 8. Early in the fourth, can Tyson finish this? I think so. That's enough. Yeah, here we go. Now this is the punch, the left hook that drives him across the ring. The fight was over then. Bang! That was the punch that was questionable. Tyson celebrated.
Pertarungan ini berlangsung pada 15 Agustus 1985. Menjelang akhir menit pertama, Tyson menyudutkan Kennedy dan melepaskan kombinasi 4 pukulan brutal.
The first good left hook that Tyson landed, he dips under, throws this left hook. That's a nice move. Is that a Joe Frazier left hook? It really is. And you know what's so nice about
Lawannya tidak membalas satupun.
right here? He is picking his shots well. He is hurting. One could be over. He's in with a really good left hook. Now here's where he had Kennedy against the ropes. Mike Tyson is a terrific finisher.
Wasit Joe Cortez terpaksa menghentikan laga.
Mike Tyson.
We barely had time to tell you the story of Mike Tyson, just 19 years old.
Debut profesional Iron Mike terjadi pada 6 Maret 1985 melawan Hector Merced dari Puerto Rico. Dan dalam hitungan detik, remaja 18 tahun itu menghancurkan lawannya. Dunia tinju saat itu belum tahu betapa besarnya badai yang sedang lahir. Awal tahun 1986, pada 11 Januari, Tyson bertarung melawan David Jacko. Seperti banyak yang lain, Jacko mencoba menjaga jarak dengan jab dan pukulan lurus panjang. Dan hasilnya sudah terlihat.
At 2 minutes and 16 seconds of round number 1, Mike Tyson.
KO ke-21 terjadi pada 28 Juni 1986. Hosea dianggap lawan biasa bagi Tyson, dan ronde pertama membuktikannya.
Hosea in trouble. And down the Catskills.
KO ke-17 melawan Mike Jameson terjadi pada 24 Januari 1986. Jameson adalah salah satu lawan awal yang berhasil mencapai ronde kelima, meski beberapa kali jatuh.
Mike Tyson takes 2 steps forward. Let's go with a couple of lefts. Now a right, a left. He's got him down.
You have the knockdown, Ken. You see the explosive punches he throws, a flurry.
Namun itu tak bertahan lama. Di ronde kelima, Tyson menghabisinya dengan brutal.
What I think he should have been doing from the first ball, he just took a right hand to the top of the head. Here we see the knockdown again. A good flurry of punches. That right hand that came over the top and caught him high up on the left side of the temple.
Wasit Joe Cortez memutuskan malam itu cukup.
heavyweight win in as many pro bouts, Mike Tyson.
KO ke-15 datang pada 27 Desember 1985 melawan Mark Young. Young bertarung liar sejak awal, melepaskan banyak pukulan yang hampir semuanya meleset. Dalam satu momen, Tyson menangkapnya dengan uppercut kanan. Mark Young tidak bangkit lagi.
That hit him right under the chin. People went, look, see, right there. See, that was a quick uppercut that snapped the head back.
And down goes Mark Young.
Dengan kemenangan ini, Tyson menutup tahun 1985, 15 pertarungan, 15 KO. Pada 6 Desember 1985, Sami Scaff mencoba menguji kekuatannya melawan Tyson. Dalam 1 menit pertama, ia sudah tahu bagaimana rasanya berada di depan seekor binatang.
Tyson already coming in, got in a short left hook. There's the big left hook, and that rocks Sam Billy.
Sure did. There's a right hand.
Scaff is on the run.
Hook kiri Tyson menjatuhkannya.
Tyson does not throw wild punches, Sam. That's
big left hook.
Wasit menghentikan laga.
It's over. This one is over.
It's all over. He knows that.
He's breathing and nose is just pouring out. I gotta believe he.
Pertarungan ke-8 Tyson berlangsung pada 5 September 1985 melawan Michael Johnson yang jauh lebih tinggi. Namun itu tak menyelamatkannya. Laga ini hanya berlangsung 39 detik.
I'm glad you pointed it out because down he goes, the left hook.
It was the right hand, right there. No, we didn't see it yet. Sorry, here it comes.
There's the left
hook.
hook.
To the body.
And he missed
the right. Yeah.
It was just the left hook. And
left and a right.
Johnson went goodbye. That left hook just caught him and sent him.
23-pound weight advantage, and he put it all there. One right hand, he didn't wait for an invitation. Here it comes. Whoa.
I'll tell you, Michael Jack Johnson earned his
knockout, 8 wins from the Catskills, New York, Mike Tyson.
Unbelievable.
Tyson.
Mike Tyson bukan sekadar petarung. Ia adalah kekuatan alam. Pengingat bahwa rasa takut dan kejayaan kadang memakai wajah yang sama. Jika kamu menikmati perjalanan melalui legenda Iron Mike, tekan tombol like, tulis pendapatmu di komentar, dan subscribe untuk kisah-kisah para pejuang terbesar dalam sejarah tinju. Dukunganmu membuat pertarungan tetap hidup.